It's that easy to start. Packaging and plastic trash polluting our beautiful view of the water on the beach. This problem is obvious to everyone. But the consequences of such plastics, microplastics, are a much bigger problem. Everyone should have heard this word before, but what is behind it is mostly unknown. Frightening when you know that it can be found in everyone's everyday life. For example, in your organic salmon fillet from the fish market where you would least expect it. But what is microplastic anyway?
Microplastics are plastic parts that are between 5 millimeters and 10 nanometers in size. Below this, it's technically correctly referred to as nanoplastics. Both are caused by the use of all kinds of packaging, shopping bags, to-go cups, electronic devices, and all other products that contain plastic. But tire wear from cars also plays a major role. Furthermore, fine plastic granulate and liquid plastics are used in cosmetics production. At present, the sewage treatment plants cannot sufficiently filter the small particles out of the wastewater. Microplastics from households can get into the environment and water bodies unhindered. So there is probably no one who is not involved in this problem.
Since plastic is made from crude oil, natural gas, or coal, it is not naturally degradable. It doesn't decompose, it just gets smaller and smaller. Every second, 700 kilograms end up in the sea, so the load there is correspondingly high. Microplastics have also been found in lakes, rivers, and seas, even in the sediments on the bottom of bodies of water, even in the deep sea. The plastic particles are insoluble in water, difficult to break down, and can accumulate in organisms. Complete chemical degradation can take several hundred years. It is inevitable for sea creatures to ingest it.
According to a study by the University of Newcastle in Australia, we consume 5 grams of microplastics every week, which is equal to 2,000 small plastic particles. The first time a team documented this was December 2020 in a study of the Arizona State University that looked at 6 placentas. The tissue was dissolved by researchers with a chemical, and they observed what was left and discovered 12 particles of microplastic distributed at 4 placentas. The dangers that arise from this cannot yet be foreseen.
As much plastic has been produced since 2000 as in all previous years together. Around a third of the amount of plastic gets into the environment in an uncontrolled manner. In addition, it is now known that microplastics are applied to fields with sewage sludge. It has already been found in fruits and vegetables, but also in mineral water and beer. This is why microplastics have already been detected in human organs. The dangerous thing is that its chemical ingredients, such as bisphenol A and plasticizers, are released into water and living beings. These can cause diseases ranging from cancer to obesity. It can be assumed that the increasing amount of microplastics in humans has adverse effects on health.
Although researchers think that levels of micro and nanoplastics in the environment are not so high that they would affect human health at the moment, but we should worry about it because their numbers will increase. The amount of plastic could double by 2040 compared to 2016 from 180 million to 380 million tons. This would mean an existence of 10 million tons of microplastics. And that's a calculation without the particles which will be continually resulting from already existing waste.
Therefore, there is a need for action.
Do it! Just do it!
For each individual, this means that they have to adapt their everyday life and consumption. Anyone can avoid simple things like plastic bags. Eliminating plastic packaging is also a good step. Certain supermarkets offer you the option, but it is not enough to take your own cloth bag with you when you go shopping. As you can see from this graphic, the majority of the microplastic comes from tire wear on cars, which is why, in addition to the well-known problem of pollutant emissions, you should also think about when a drive in the car is really necessary. In addition to tire wear in first place in these statistics, there is also abrasion from asphalt in third place, which is also due to the same cause.
The 3 biggest factors could therefore be reduced significantly with the measures already mentioned. In the 4th and 5th place are factors that are difficult to influence yourself. Entrepreneurs themselves would have to try to adapt their production processes and use of materials. But we think that above all, political measures are necessary. The list for the necessary measures is incredibly long. Plastic Control lists some of these on the microplastic.de website.
Everyone should raise awareness of this problem and do their best themselves.